Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my... If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on...
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it...
Huh. That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To revert... I should send the crest to Anne.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that...
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to...
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take it. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate it. I'll send you an hour when I have news.
I'm sure she didn't mean anything by it.
It's not like her to forget.
I'm sure she did. Not a word comes out of her mouth that isn't carved like the tooth of a basilisk.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with...
What kind of receipt?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures.
What was she sending you?
Only some feeds she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howard.
What did you find out about?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, I went back to the tent and tracked...
How do you track?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave?
If that's all right, I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's... Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped it, perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone...
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
You're making this sound simple, but this is a dragon.
Hebrideans can be aggressive, but they're also clever. She caught on quickly enough. She'll understand why we're here once she sees her egg. Then...
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about...
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No. It belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just...
Well then.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons. Poor thing must be worried sick. leg.
Revelio. For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do.
Revelio. How charming. They keep in touch with each other. Revelio. There she is again.
She's breathtaking.
From a distance. Prepare her.
Fantastic.
Revelio.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us. Watch your step.
Pity. She must have been starved to pick off a grabhorn.
Or just raring for a fight. Revelio.
Quiet. What was that? Well, there's no coming back now.
Wait here. I'll run ahead.
Whenever you're ready. Over here!
I'll draw her attention. Follow when it's safe. Revelio.
Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make sure we keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
She isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that. Get to that opening below her.
Revelio.
If we can get to that entrance, we can get to the nest. Look, underneath. I think we're close. She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant. Revelio.
There's the nest. We're almost there. Why is every bridge here broken?
Reparo.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss. That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left...
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always said. The important thing is that we survived it. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle.
I was hoping to look around for a moment, if you don't mind.
I suppose we could. I'm ready whenever you are.
Revelio. I can't believe any of...
Still taking it all in?
No, I think
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntel Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any...
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring.
True. True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie.
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. How could I have been so blind?
Revelio.
Come on in and have a look around. No touching if you have sticky fingers. Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time. suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about. I'd say that looks as if it was made for you. You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrag's promise. I'd say that looks as if it was made for you. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that...
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing?
Of course. How exciting. Well...
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then...
Have you ever spoken?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and...
You said you know gobble...
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents... Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but...
Lord Gok is waiting.
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple...
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrived...
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the helmet of... Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retreat.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How...
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational... Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metalworker. If we are to work together... Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build.
What do you mean, repository?
Large, magically fortified receptacles Ranrock recruited others to help me. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much?
He cares about what... For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent... Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power. He is determined to take it for goblin kind.
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobble.
Oh, Bakal.
Enough. Please do not tell me.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation...
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language.
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist, and I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door.
What else should we know about the enchanted?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must... From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't...
Our meet and I can do this.
I shall see you soon.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
The door is looking at us.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine. I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
We need to be careful, as I'm sure you know, not all
That was a little more than I'm used
Rebellion.
to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
Accio. Revelio.
We're being watched. By a door.
Accio. Revelio.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Revelio. Arrest them.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are
Revelio.
extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed. If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? There must be more notes around here.
Revelio.
What could they be building?
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected. Revelio. Bombada. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is. Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement right now.
Revelio.
That should be the last of them I'll meet.
Revelio. Yes, of course.
Revelio. Revelio.
Bombarda. Potato. Confrito.
Accio. I think I've found all the plans. I'd best keep looking.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodcock what we found.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Hello, Homura.
Revelio. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please talk about...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you...
Understood? Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about... Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found that...
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however...
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why...
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lord Cock, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.